We begin this evening with news from the agriculture sector. There was a high-level meeting this morning at the Ministry of Agriculture to assess the threat of bird flu to Jamaica.
Now, while the virus has not been detected locally, government officials are preparing for the worst but hoping for the best. Jamila Maitland has our story.
The National Emergency Animal Disease Committee is to be activated as the country heightens its monitoring of the bird flu. Committee Chair and Minister of Agriculture Floyd Green says the country is now in alert mode.
We're going to convene that committee that brings together all entities, including NEPA, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Finance, the JDF, the JCF, to look at the various protocols so that everybody knows their responsibility if we do, in fact, have a case.
A highly contagious strain of the bird flu was detected in the Cayman Islands on a farm. Chief Veterinarian Dr. Sophia Ramlal says the source of the virus is migratory wild birds that would usually travel from colder countries. Dr. Ramlal says Jamaica's proximity to the Cayman Islands, coupled with the effects of Hurricane Melissa, make it particularly vulnerable. Equally important is the illegal importation of birds from Central and South America.
We have to understand that population dynamics and where the birds are going, where their sites are, what has changed because of the hurricane. And very importantly, we also want to say we should not be having animals, birds in particular, being smuggled into Jamaica, because that is another serious possibility for introducing bird flu into Jamaica.
Over 100 countries have reported cases of the bird flu. Countries like the United States, one of Jamaica's main markets for poultry products. Dr. Ramlal, who heads the Veterinary Services Division that grants the licenses for the importation of animals and animal products, says the National Action Plan is constantly being revised.
We're able to get weekly updates as to how the situation is changing, which counties are clear. And so it is that kind of operating framework that gives us the confidence that we can import from a country despite bird flu being reported there.
As if bracing for the inevitable, both the chief veterinarian and the minister say they're preparing for the worst, including the pre-positioning of resources in high-risk areas if there is an outbreak. And as it relates to the country's capacity to test for the bird flu,
we do have the local capacity to do testing now, especially through partnership with the University of the West Indies, but we're also strengthening our own VSD capacity to do testing. Clearly, there are also international avenues that we could access, but we want to ensure that as much as possible that we have the capacity locally.
Even as the Ministry of Agriculture formulates its own protocols, it's encouraging the public not to panic and for those in the poultry sector to report symptoms of the bird flu to the authorities.
Because this does have the potential to wipe out our entire poultry sector, it is something that we cannot take for granted. What we don't want is if a case to emerge, there to be panic, right? And the only way to avoid that is to be prepared.
Jamila Maitland, TVJ News.